Okay. Bhagavad Gita 9.8. Prakritim swam avastabhya.
Prakritim
Swam avastabhya
Visrjami punah punah.
Visrajami
Visrajami
Punah
Bhutagramam imam Krishnam.
Bhutagramam imam
Krishnam
Krishnam
Avasam prakritirvasat.
Avasham
Prakriti
Prakritirvasat.
Translation: the whole cosmic order is under me. Under my will, it is automatically manifest again and again. And under my will, it is annihilated at the end. So, Krishna is talking about the entire cosmic creation. By Krishna's will, it is created, and Krishna's will, it is. There is nothing called random. The word random they use regularly, that nothing. So, here Krishna continues. In the yesterday, we saw that in the 9.7 that after Brahma's end of Brahma's life, that actually even though it is a kalpa is mentioned, but here the last kalpa of Brahma is what mentioned, the last day, and the entire Brahma's life millennium is finished. Then again, so here very clearly Krishna is mentioning whole cosmic order is under me. Under my will, automatically manifest again and again. Under my will, it is annihilated at the end. Okay, read the purport.
This material world is the manifestation of the inferior energy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This has already been explained several times. At the creation, the material energy is let loose as Mahat Tattva, into which the Lord has his first Purusha incarnation, Mahavishnu, enters. He lies within the causal ocean and breathes out innumerable universes. And into each universe, the Lord again enters as Garbhodakshayi Vishnu, each universe in that way created. He will further manifest himself as Shirodakshayi Vishnu, and that Vishnu enters into everything, even in the minute atom. This fact is explained. He enters into everything. Now, as far as the living entities are concerned, they are impregnated into the material nature, and as a result of their past deeds, they take different positions and activities in the material world. The activities of the different species of living beings are begun from the very moment of the creation. It is normal or evolved. The different species of life are created immediately along with the universe. Animal, beast, birds, everything is simultaneously created because whatever desire of the living entities had in the last annihilation are again manifested. It is clearly indicated here by the word avasam that the living entity have nothing to do with this process. The state their past life in the past creation is simply manifested again, and all this is done simply by his will. This is the inconceivable potency of the Supreme Personality of God, and after creating different species of life, he has no connection with them. They take place to accommodate the inclinations of the various living entities, and so the Lord does not become involved in it. Hare Krishna.
Om Tat Sat. Thank you very much. So now Prabhupada very, very nicely explains about the material creation. Even all of you had this question that this is, I used to say that it's in Bhagavatam. So Bhagavatam, even though it is elaborately explained, but here Srila Prabhupada is explaining in a very, very crisp and clear manner how the exact, the cosmic manifestation is manifested again and again, it is created and destroyed. So, first of all, we all should know this. Again and again, it is being told that this material world is a manifestation of the inferior energy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And the spiritual world is the manifestation of the superior energy of the Supreme Lord. So Krishna has inferior energy, superior energy, and marginal energy. All the living entities or marginal energy, they can either associate with the inferior energy and live, or they can associate with the superior energy and live. And living with the superior energy is their natural constitutional position, because inferior energy is made up of matter and the spirit soul is spiritual. So the superior energy is completely Satsidananda and it is superior. Not only superior, it is spiritual. And the marginal energy is naturally spiritual. So its natural position is to be associated with the superior energy. But here we see this material world is the manifestation of the inferior energy of the. So we are in the wrong place. Even though it is possible, is it possible for us to live here? Yes, because Krishna gives temporary bodies, which from the material world, inferior bodies are created, temporary bodies are created, and we can keep living here. It's like living in many people who live in the rental house. So what they do, they live in a rental house and they would like to acquire a own house. Why? Because they need to change and change and change and change and change, and from one house to another house to another house to another house, they have to take everything and move away. Whatever baggages they have, all the baggages they have to pack and move. There is a very famous now, packers and movers. They are expert in moving the people who are in the rental. So either they will increase the rent, they have to quit, or the owner asks you get out, then they need to get out. Sometimes the job changes, so they need to go into another place. So some are the school children, for some reason or other, they need to keep changing and they need to go one place to another place to another place. So if you have your business at your home and you have a own home, then you are settled. That is called settled. So in material world, even Brahma is not settled, because Brahma also has to die after his 100 years. In the previous purport, we saw that Brahma also dies after his 100 years. And his full calculation is there. Even though he lives quite a long time compared to our calculation, still he has to get out of the material body. So the spirit soul naturally have a spiritual body, and the whole purpose is to attain our original constitutional position. As we are spiritual, we are supposed to live in the spiritual world. That is our natural home. So sometimes the Maya is considered witch or the second mother, like this. But still, because we have chosen to live here, it is not that she invited us, but we chose. It's by our free will we chose to live here. Now, by our free will, we should execute the Krishna consciousness and get our original constitutional position. So this material world is the manifestation of the inferior energy of Godhead, and this has already been told several times. So we should never get confused between the energies. Which is divine energy, which is material energy, we should know very, very clearly. But all the energies are Krishna's energy only. So during the creation, the material energy is loose as the Mahat Tattva, into which the Lord, first Purusha incarnation, Mahavishnu, enters. He lies within the casual ocean and breathes innumerable universes. And to each universe, the Lord again enters into Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. So here the word Mahat Tattva is used. There is one thing called, okay, let us not complicate it. Actually, it's a big science, and there are chapters and chapters there in Srimad Bhagavatam, second canto, starts explaining about this beautiful activity of the Lord, of creation of the material universe and the injecting of material, the living entities within the material universe and everything is very clearly explained. We'll be wondering how it is possible from a small vision. But even the inferior creation of the Supreme Lord is so nice. What to speak of then? Think of the superior creation. People are getting bewildered by this inferior creation and want to permanently live in the material world. because so nicely it is done. But this is considered inferior. So at the creation, first thing, there is something called Mahatattva, and that is, and Lord enters as Mahavishnu, and lying within the casual ocean, he will first he is breathing many universes, and into each of these universes, this Mahavishnu is expanding into, it is mentioned here, innumerable universes, Brahmanda Koti, Koti Brahmandas. There's no number. Tell me how many Brahmandas are. There's no limited. So many innumerable universes. And into each universe, the same Mahavishnu, one Mahavishnu, is expanding into as many universes are there, that many Garbhodaka Sai Vishnus. Garbha Udaka Sai Vishnu. So in each of this, in this way, each universe is in that way created. He still further manifests himself inside each of this universe. When Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu comes, from his Garbha comes the first living being, who is Brahma, for the purpose of creation. And for the purpose of maintenance, Krishna himself expands into Kshirodhara Sai Vishnu and enters into this Garbhodara Sai Vishnu, expands further and enters into Kshira, means milk. So, milk ocean. Every universe will have a milk ocean, and within this, it may be situated, the architecture may be different, little different from each of the universes. It may not be the same for a 14 planetary system. Some places there may be, who knows, 15 planetary, 100 planet, 200 planetary system. Depending upon the size of the universe and the Brahma, it may be different, but we are not bothered. Even this one thing we are not able to perceive. Sitting in a small box of in a room, how to try to perceive everything. You become a spirit, you get your spiritual body, then you will know everything. So till then, in the conditioned state, our everything is limited, our perception is limited, understanding is limited, like this. So there's Kshirodhara Sai Vishnu is entering, Garbhodara Sai Vishnu is expanding as Kshirodhara Sai Vishnu, and then he is in charge of the maintenance along with Brahma and Shiva. Shiva is for destruction, and the Kshirodhara Sai Vishnu will maintain, and Brahma will create. And apart from that, no Jada Prakriti will move. So, in order to make it work or happen, the same Kshirodhara Sai Vishnu is further expanding and as Paramatma and entering into everything, into even minute atom. So he is in the atom, every atom. Of course, apart from that, he is there in the heart of the spirit soul also. So apart from this, so mainly the fact is explained here, he enters into everything. Now, as far as the living entities are concerned, so all these explanations we saw about Jada Prakriti. Jada means, so in school, we would have studied the living thing, non-living thing. So the what is the difference between living thing and non-living thing? So is the insect, that mosquito is living thing or non-living? Is the chair living or non-living? So we would have done some exercises and things like that in the school. So they teach us. So the tree is living thing, the plants are living because they're growing, they reproduce. Like this, there are certain concepts they will show. But everything is jada only. Let it be the body of the tree, the body of the insect. But actually, there is a living being living within the matter. So it becomes operative. The jada generally, or the matter, doesn't operate on its own. So when the living entity enters, but every jada, there is in within every atom there is Paramatma, the Lord Kshirodhara Sai Vishnu is expanding, and there, but still it doesn't operate on its own. So the spirit soul combined with the Supreme Lord, which is Paramatma, has to be there, and the living entity will, and the Supreme Lord will sanction, and then the matter will act. Otherwise, the matter will not act. The matter acts on the order of the Lord. So now, as how then we have talked, everything which is spoken here is about Mahatattva and all this creation. Everything is about matter. Now, how does the living entity enter into this? Living entity is marginal energy, but all these things are external energy, inferior energy. Now, how does the marginal energy come into being within this material world? Now, as far as the living entities are concerned, they are impregnated into the material nature. So material nature, like how the mother is there, she's having a womb. But within the womb, unless the father injects the semen, the living entity doesn't go and live there. So when the father injects the semen, then the mother becomes pregnant. So same way, the Jada Prakriti, then she become pregnant means the living entity is going to grow within the material womb. Same way, how the material nature is there, within there, the Supreme Lord, by his glance, he is glancing. How does he impregnate? Not by the sexual intercourse or others which we have. No. Simply by glancing, he impregnates he releases the living entity simply by glancing over the material nature, and then as the result of their past deeds, they are having different positions. So when previous life they would have had some karma from some universes, and when the universe gets destroyed, they go and settle within Mahavishnu, and in Garbhodrasa Sai Vishnu. And then when he of course Mahavishnu, and Mahavishnu will glance over the Mahatattva, then the Mahatattva opens up and various ingredients are created and many universes are created. Then the Lord will inject through glancing the living entities, based, if sometime it may be new living entities, sometime it may be with karma. So the karma, the living entity which fell down envious of Krishna, not interested in serving Krishna, will also get impregnated, and also the living entities from past universes, if their karma is not finished, if they have not developed any love or even a little bit of service to the Supreme Lord in devotion, which can even enter Vaikuntha, or go into Brahmajyoti, they have not done transcendental activities, they have only karmic results, they will be within the Lord. And then thus the activities of the material world begin. Then, so two things has to be there. One is that matter, and then the spirit soul, living entity. Both has to be there, because living entity will, and so many karma has to happen within the material world. Karma is like verb. Noun is we have earth, water, fire, air, ether, various items in the world, planetary systems, all these things, fine, sun, moon, everything is there, but they have to become operative. So living entity has come, but still the living entity will then the operation starts by the sanction of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But living entity will not be able to do anything with the matter unless the Lord sanction. Like for example, if a person is paralyzed, he is not able to move his hands and legs, despite the living entity is there, the hand and leg is there. Sometimes people avoid God and say that, why does the body move? Because even the body is made of matter, it is moving because there is soul. Because there is soul. But they forget there is super soul. Because there is soul, if a matter has to move, then the paralyzed person or a person in coma also, the low soul is there. But why does he move? Because sanctioning of the Supreme Lord is not there. So we should always see to that. Krishna consciousness means even the philosophical aspects. If Krishna is missing, the science is missing. Sometimes people think that talking totally material, avoiding God concept will convince others, and also that is the real science. The science, scientifically, I want to explain. Scientifically, I want to explain. Then we say that, okay, do we speak about Krishna? No, Mataji, we want to explain about scientifically. So we are not talking about Krishna here. Where is the science without Krishna? So it may not be Krishna directly, but at least you should explain the concept of Paramatma, how Upatrishta, Anumanta, Bharta Bhokta Maheshwara. So without the sanction of the Lord, the matter doesn't move. Not by the will of the living entity, the matter moves. The external energy is not the servant of marginal energy. The external energy, marginal energy, and internal energy, all the energies are servant of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This concept has to be understood very, very clearly. So thus the activities of the material world begin, the activities of the different species of the living being are begun from very moment of creation. So when the creation starts, karma starts. The very moment, karma, 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 activity, activity. Activity means karma. So it is not that all the English word of activity, Sanskrit word of activity is called karma. Karma is not something complex to think of. There is karma phala, which is the result of activity, and karma, which is the activity. So every activity has some reaction, some phala, some result. So that we should understand. So it is not that all is evolved. The different species of life are created immediately along with the universe. It is not that the wrongly they show that There is one ape, the ape is becoming a little, there is a monkey, the monkey becomes a little bigger and a little more bigger, the monkey, and then it becomes a ape, then it becomes a orangutan, then it becomes a big, what do you call, gorilla, then the gorilla becomes human being. You can see that the Darwin's theory of evolution. There is no comedy as this. We don't see that any time a mango tree it is producing a coconut, or a coconut tree is producing some jackfruit. It's evolving over period of time, over period of time, no. How many ever period of time the same species produces the same species. Human beings are begetting human being, monkeys are begetting monkeys, and cats are begetting cats. We never see another living entity, one species begetting another living entity. But the Darwin said that over a period of time they evolve, and other species come. First one atom amoeba or something was there, and then it became two atom, three atom. This is a totally wrong concept, and the simultaneously all 84 lakh species are created because already the living entities have their karma, and based on their karma they are ready to acquire a particular type of body. So based on the karma, living entities are created and they are injected within a specific universe, based on their capacity of karma, whatever baggage they are having. Based, like for example, when you're changing houses, you have based on how many furnitures you have, how many things you have. Accordingly, you choose the next house and you go get into that house. You don't just a small house and lot of baggage, or large house with little baggage. You don't go. Same way, accordingly, it is created. And again, it is during the creation, it is everything it gets manifested. It is clearly indicated here by the word avasam that the living entities have nothing to do with this process. It's all automated and they are forced. That is why we are called conditioned. We don't have choice. We don't, according to our will, nothing is happening. Everything is happening by the will of the Lord. Based on our karma, we are forced into enter into a particular type of body. It is not that I choose my body. Unless you execute Krishna consciousness or some yoga process, you cannot decide on any destination of yours. When everything you're living all for yourself, all for me, all the senses I will utilize, all the things in the world I will utilize. In this way, when you live totally avoiding any transcendental activity, then nothing will happen according to your will. The same is with the Asuras. The problem is because they are 100% trying to be totally selfish without considering even 1% of God consciousness. That is the most dangerous and darkest. It will lead to the darkest region of the material world. So this is mentioned in Ishopanishad also, second, third sloka it is mentioned. So third mantra. So it is clearly indicated here by the word avasam. The living entities has nothing to do with this process. Nothing happens by their will. The state of being in their past life, in the past creation, is simply manifested again. And all this is done by the Krishna's will. So sometime, whatever status of being you are, suddenly the pralaya will come and suddenly everything will get destroyed. So it's not that wait, let me finish. Wait. You cannot finish anything. You will be finished. That's all. Pralaya comes, it comes. That's all. Oh, I'm halfway through. Don't worry. Whatever you're halfway through is kept in your bank account. You will come back with another species in next millennium or next Brahma, another Brahma's universe, another Brahma's creation. That time, don't worry. You can continue from wherever you left. So don't worry about whatever you have done all so far. Again and again, punarapi maranam, punarapi jaranam, like this foolish. So this is inconceivable potency of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is able to withdraw. Like if you switch off a computer and switch on the next day, sometimes you have some state called hibernate state. So me and Prabhu generally used to discuss this. This hibernation is nothing but whatever state you have left your computer, halfway through you have worked on something, not in the hard disk, but otherwise. And when you come back, it's all again recovered from where you left exactly. So it is like that. So the jiva goes into a hibernate state along with its karma, and then it comes back and continues when the next creation happens. So this is the Supreme Lord's power. How it happens, that is Lord's power. And after creating different species of life, he has no connection with them. He will just leave them on their own. Say that Bhagwan ka ichcha hai. No, it's your own ichcha. Whatever God wills, it will be totally materialistic person, and he will tell that whatever God wills. No, you want to act on your own will. Whatever God wills is you come and surrender to a pure devotee spiritual master. You simply serve him, get instructions, understand who is Supreme Personality of Godhead, start serving him. Know Krishna and serve Krishna. Very sincerely and nicely, in a very, very responsible way. Then you say that it is by will of Krishna my life is going. Yes, agree. But when you do everything on your own and you say that it is will of Krishna, then there is, uh, after creating different species, has no connection within. The correlation takes place to accommodate the inclination of the various living entities. So the Lord does not become involved with the karma. Lord doesn't touch matter, he doesn't touch karma. So this is the main concept. Krishna is not involved in karma. Any activity you do for Krishna is called akarma. Akarma means no karma, not karma. So that is the meaning. Okay, if possible, we can do one more verse. Yeah. So Krishna is not bound by karma. So Krishna continues to say this. Let us see here. Bhagavad Gita 9.9. Okay. Please repeat. Bhagavad Gita 9.9. न च मां तानि कर्माणि
सचमांतानि कर्माणि
निबध्नन्ति धनञ्जय
निबन्धन्ति
निबन्धन्ति
धनञ्जय
दासिनवत् आसीनम्
उदासीनं
अशक्तं तेषु कर्मसु
अशक्तं तेषु कर्मसु
Oh Dhananjaya, all this work cannot bind me. I am ever detached from all these material activities, seated as though neutral. So the living entity undergoes karma, even though Krishna comes here and performs various tasks as Varaha, Vamana, many, many tasks he is coming and performing, even though he is sitting in every atom, the atom is moving by the will of the Lord. So his will is involved, but he doesn't acquire karma, whereas the living entity acquires karma. That is the concept again. Okay, read this purport.
One should.
One,
Yes, Mataji, please go ahead.
you can go ahead, Prabhu.
One should not think in this connection that the Supreme Personality of Godhead has no engagement. In his spiritual world, he is always engaged. In Brahma Samhita 5.6, it is stated, Atmaramasya tasyati prakritena samagmaha. He is always involved in his eternal blissful spiritual activities. But he has nothing to do with these material activities. Material activities are being carried on by his different potencies. The Lord is always neutral in the material activities of the created world. This neutrality is mentioned here with the word udasana, udasanavat. Although he has control over every minute detail of material activities, he is sitting as if neutral. The example can be given of a high court judge sitting on his bench. By his order, so many things are happening. Someone is being hanged, someone is being put into jail, someone is awarded as a huge amount of wealth, but still he is neutral. He has nothing to do with all that gain and loss. Similarly, the Lord is always neutral, although he has his hand in every sphere of activity. In the Vedanta Sutra 2.1.34, it is stated, Vaismaya Naigranya Na. He is not situated in the dualities of this material world. He is transcendental to these dualities, nor is attached to the creation and annihilation of this material world. The living entities take their different forms in the various species of life according to their past deeds, and the Lord doesn't interfere with them. One should not think with them. Yeah, that's it. Oh, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. So, very simple to understand. Krishna is not bound by karma. So all work, Dhananjaya, all this work cannot bind me. I'm ever detached from all these material activities. So Krishna is releasing the spirit souls. Is he entering into the universes, and he is getting into every atom. He's getting into everybody's heart by his will only. Even a blade of grass cannot move without his will. Oh, if a blade of grass is moving according to his will karma be acquired by Krishna? No, he doesn't acquire any karma. So one should not think in this connection that the Supreme Personality of Godhead has no engagement. Okay, Krishna has akarma doesn't mean there's no engagement. That is the issue with yogis and jnanis and mayavadis. The problem, what they think is, okay, I should become karma free to get out of this material world. So let me not act. So Krishna is telling nobody can be without acting. In second chapter, Krishna begins by saying nobody can be without acting. Everybody has to, at least breathing will happen in the body. Even a person is in coma, the metabolic activities are happening. The blood is running within the body, he is breathing. So many things are happening anyway. So nobody can be without action. One should not think in this connection. But so akarma doesn't mean even as devotional service. There is nobody as busy as a devotee, but the devotee doesn't acquire any karma. That is the speciality of connecting with Krishna. Why? Because Krishna is totally karma free person. Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. He has nothing to do with karma. Any dealing you do with him, it is no karma. You deal with demigods, you deal with other human beings, you deal with anybody else. Every single action of your dealings end up with karma. Except for pure devotees, Acharya Parampara, your dealings are akarma. But rest of everybody you deal with, except pure Vaishnavas and others we are dealing with, we should be very careful whom we are dealing. That is why even gradation is given, that is who's Kanishta Adhikari, Madhyama Adhikari, Uttama Adhikari. So we just don't go by everybody and say that okay, associating is our karma. Not like that. It depends on what they speak, how they behave, how they conduct themselves. So one should not think in this connection. But Krishna has really totally is karma free personality. And any dealing with Krishna is akarma. But that doesn't mean that Krishna doesn't have any engagement. He's very, 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 very busy. He's a Nitya Leela. Nitya Leela. We want some rest. Krishna doesn't want any rest. In the daytime, early morning, he will get up. He will be giving so much pleasure to Yashoda. He will go and steal some butter here and there, and everything make be very, very naughty. And then she will get him ready, and then he will go to the forest, and then he will play with the boys. And then he will meet the girls in between here and there, and Govardhan, everything. And then he will come back, and night he'll sleep, and Yashoda thinks he is sleeping, and night he will get up and go and into the forest and play the flute. And all the gopis, everybody will get attracted to the flute, and they will come and they'll speak all night with Krishna. And there may be some time dancing. So most of the times they speak various, they play games, that what board games and all. And then he goes back as if he's getting up in the morning. He gets up in the morning, so he doesn't require. Tamoguna is not there. Uttama. Huh? Uttama. So Krishna is Purusha Uttama, Purushottama, Bhagavan, Jagannath Swami ki jai. So he doesn't require any rest or anything. So he's Nitya Leela, he's continuously acting, but he doesn't acquire karma. But we do any dealings, we end up in karma. Any dealing which is done by with the pure devotees, Acharya Parampara, and Krishna consciousness activities, various list of activities which are given as devotional services, and also any dealings with Krishna like Sravanam, Kirtanam, remembering him, talking to him, doing arati to him, dressing him, any activity related to Krishna, everything is akarma. It doesn't affect us, because he is totally karma free. So in his spiritual world, he is always engaged. Krishna is completely engaged. So in Brahma Samhita, it is stated in the word Vraja, today we were discussing in Sanskrit, the word Vraja means roaming around and roaming around and roaming around. So just if somebody, so in Brahma, so Krishna is always, every dust of Vrindavan has pastime, they say. But all the pastimes are not revealed, only certain pastimes are revealed, but every dust has a story to tell, like that. So in Brahma Samhita, it is stated, Atma Ramasya Tasyasti Prakritiya na Samagama. So He is always in his eternal blissful and spiritual activities. Does never Krishna rests. His eyes are considered restless eyes. Even Radharani's eyes. Both are discussed in teachings of Lord Chaitanya and Chaitanya Charitamrita. The qualities of Krishna's 64 qualities of Krishna, 64 qualities of Radharani, and all are explained, in which we can see that their eyes are restless. They are restless actually, but he has nothing to do with this material activities. How even we are singing now Damodara Arti song, in which we are seeing how Krishna's restless eye is moving here and there in out of fear of Yashoda, and he's keep on doing something. He's coming and asking for milk, and when she starts giving milk, then the milk is boiling in the stove and she goes away. Then Krishna becomes angry, he breaks the pots, he runs away, he steals the butter, he feeds the monkeys, he gets up on the wooden grinder motor. Then Yashoda is coming, he is hiding. See, Nitya Leela, complete every in second, and every he's keep on doing something, and then she catches him, she tries to catch him, he runs away. Then actually the 3 inches is always less when she's trying to bind him. He allows her to bind, and then after binding, is he sitting in one place? No. Hmm? That is the difference between a living force and Jada Prakriti. Jada Prakriti is always like static, and the dynamic world is spiritual world, the static world is material world, and we are basically dynamic people, and we end up in the matter and trying to move the matter with great mehnat, great effort is put in order to move the matter according to our will. Whereas in spiritual world, everything is living entity, and they'll just move according to the will of the Lord, and we all will be very, very cooperative, because we are part and parcel of Him. What is wrong in being serving ourselves? We are part and parcel of Krishna. We are one and different from Krishna. Achintya Beda Veda Tattva, which is given by Lord Chaitanya, which is a complete science, which gives the completeness. Then all confusions are finished. So he's always busy. Krishna is always acting, but he's never entangled in karma. That is the speciality. So in eternal, but he has nothing to do with the material activities. Material activities are carried by his different potencies. So he doesn't directly involve in the activities of the material world. He has his external energy. And the energy is the servant of the Lord, and she does that activities. The Lord is always neutral in the material activities of the created world. So as far as material world is concerned, he stays very neutral. He's only giving sanction. He doesn't put his hand and make it dirty in every activity. The living entity and the matter, he left them alone. But he has to sanction it, otherwise it won't happen. Because material nature will not act by the will of the living entity. So she'll wait for the sanction of the Lord. The Lord says yes, then immediately she will act. So that happens in such a quick way, the connection between them, because she is the eternal servant of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. She understands the will, without even he expressing. Understand the will, and she already have done it. Internal energy and external energy, both are very, very surrendered servants of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This neutrality is mentioned here with the word udasina vat, udasa. Sometimes you say udasina. Udasina means ignoring. Udasina. He is doing udasin to me, means he is ignoring me. Udasina. So udasina vat means he is very neutral. He doesn't care. He let it happen. Although he has control over every minute detail of material activities, he is still generally this doesn't come. Okay. Happening, someone is being so udasinavat. Although he has control over every minute detail of material activities, he is sitting as if neutral. So Paramatma doesn't act. He just sits there. The example can be given. So Krishna is very, very busy. Of course, Paramatma in the heart, he has his consort and everything, but still, he doesn't act in a materialistic world. The example can be given of a high court judge. Again, another analogy given by Prabhupada. Almost every purport or translation has, translation or a purport has some analogy. So you need to list it down. Tomorrow I'll give you the assignment that you have to list down the analogy to explain the relationship of Krishna with the material world. Okay. The example can be given of a high court judge sitting in his bench. By his order, so many things are happening. Someone is being hanged, someone is being put into jail, someone is awarded huge amount of wealth, but still he is neutral. So here, very nice analogy is given. What is that? Judge is there. The judge is taking some decision to kill someone. Oh, the judge told to kill someone. Will the judge be put into jail? No. He won't be put into jail. Another person, he will say, award him, give him this much money. So in this way, judge is very, very neutral. So it is not the judge is not acting. He's acting, but it doesn't affect him. The result doesn't affect him. He has nothing to do with all that gain or loss. If a person is getting some money, okay, compensate that man with the 10 crore rupees. So he is given 10 crore rupees, and will the judge get in? Nowadays, everybody is getting bribed. That is different. But actually, originally, judicial system, if it's properly executed, the judge has nothing to do with that. The man is going to take the 10 crore and going to go away. That's all. He has nothing. Next day, you will solve the next case, next case, next case, next case, next case. He's not going to bother what that man is doing with that money, what the person who is put in the jail, what is he eating. He's not going to bother or involve in any of those activities. So similarly, the Lord is always neutral, although he has his hand in every sphere of activity. So only one in even in the material world, Krishna gets involved in the devotee's life. It's called Bhaktavatsala. So because the devotee is doing akarma, he is not doing karma. So if devotee also starts doing karma, Krishna will not get involved. You have to suffer the result of a karma. But when you start doing only a karma, then you are completely in the hands of Krishna. He interacts, he involves. Ananyastha chintayanto mam ye janah paryupasate tesham nitya abhyuktanam yogakshemam vahamyam. Without any other consideration, thought, worries, involvement, without any other thing. They don't care about their own self or life. Ananyas chintayanto mam. They don't have the chintana going into their self-maintenance, this, that and all. Ananyas chintayanto mam ejanaha paryupasate. Those people who are just involved in my loving, affectionate, devotional service. Par upasate. Tesham nitya abhyuktanam yogakshemam. I'll give them what they lack and I'll protect what they have. Krishna just becomes like Pali Maharaj. He becomes the security guard. Same way he's telling, I'll protect what they have and I'll provide what they need. So he's not situated in the dualities of the material world. He doesn't get involved in the materialistic activities. Sometimes people do materialistic activities and say, Krishna, Krishna, please come and help me. So they want Krishna to put his hand. So that is why to move away from Krishna, the material more and more entangles us. More and more facility we get in material, more and more it entangles us. So if you go and ask any material things to Krishna, it is like asking to Krishna, please take me away from you. How painful it will be for Krishna to sanction that. So we have to suffer. Trinadapi sunichena tarorapi sakhisuna amanina manadena kirtaniya sataharihi. So what do we do? How do we do sadahari kirtana? Yes, in that Trinadapi sunichena tarorapi sakhisuna. Be humbler than a blade of grass. The time, the karma, everything will smash you on your face. And Trinadapi sunichena taroriva sahisuna. This is very, very important. Tolerate your earlier karma. Whenever it comes, whenever suffering comes, just tolerate. Say that I did it. This is the result of my karma. It is coming to me. This is the reason for this is nobody. Don't run immediately. Krishna set it right. Krishna become my servant. Krishna sweep my floor. Krishna set right my come and become my servant. Krishna kindly become my servant. No, don't run for small, small things. Just tolerate. It is part of my karma. What to do? This is what I am deserving. This is what is I am. Whatever I have done, it has come to me. This is destiny. My destiny is only this much. Don't anchor after things and go behind Krishna. Oh, give me, become greedy. Give me that, give me this. No, don't compare yourself with others because everybody has their baggage. Your bad baggage is coming first and then the good baggage comes. Maybe their good baggage is right now and their bad baggage is going to follow. Who knows what? So there is nothing to compare. Every living entity have their own baggages. So nothing to compare. It's so foolish because we are comparing with the immediate circle. What about the millions of living entities? Look outside the window, see the grass. It's a living entity. And the body which it has got is a grass body, and it cannot even express its pains and pleasure. You have got a human body, you're a lot more better. So if you want to compare with every living entity around you, compare with the mosquito, compare with the ant which is coming just to pick up one little bit of food, and it's dying on the way. Comparing to that living entity, you are so much betterly situated. Compare with all the living entity. Why you are comparing with your own people, and then you're becoming envious, you are becoming this is such a foolishness. What a vision is lost. What is the use of reading Bhagavad Gita? Why are you so blind? After becoming devotee, if we do that, then it is the most foolishness. We are disobeying Krishna's orders, Krishna's instructions. So wonderful. It opens eyes, it opens the vision to see the world and to deal with the world. It's so nice that Krishna is empowering us with all these weapons. Sometimes Shastra is said to be Sa Astra. Astra to live in the material world, and we should make best advantage of it and keep ourselves cool-headed. Prabhupada said, one reporter lady asked Prabhupada, why you are keeping the head shaven, naked head? So Prabhupada said, having a shaven head is better than a naked foot because she was wearing a mini skirt or short skirt. So open head is better than open leg, he said. At least the head will be cool. He said, we are cool-headed people, so we don't have hair. So we have shaven the head, he said like that. So we are cool-headed people because of these informations which are given by Krishna, so pleasing to the heart. And all kleshas within the heart are immediately diminished and killed away. And we can really stay cool-headed. So things are temporary. And why you have to become so, for example, you're going in a train and you are facing some uneasiness. Of course, you may complain, you may irritate, but you don't carry it in your head, because your station will come, you have to get down. So when you know the temporary situation, then we need to tolerate, saying that tolerate Trinada Pisunichena Taruri Basahisuna is not just bending in front of everybody like a cat. It is to tolerate even the karma. Yes, it is my karma. I have done it, so it is coming to me. Let me just face it. What to do? Why should we call Krishna to set it right and set it right? Not good. Unless you're really in danger, even like Krishna, Arjuna was in real danger. He didn't say that Krishna save me from this, kill all the Duryodhana's people. He didn't say that. he just said that I'll walk away from this. Krishna said, why are you walking away? You have to face it. Whatever comes in your life, you have to face it. All the materialistic people are facing. Why can't you face it? And keep the devotion as your transcendental eternal activity. I have started devotion, I'll continue devotion. Next life, next to next life, if I live in, even if I live in this material world, with the association of devotees, I will progress. What is that? Bhakti Vinod Thakur is singing, even if I get a next body, I'll be, let me be your devotee, let me be born as your devotee, and let me get the association of your devotee so that I can progress. He is transcendental, Krishna is transcendental to these dualities, nor is he attracted to the creation and annihilation of the material world. He is not not attached to neither the creation. Oh, it is destroyed. No worries. Again, creation can happen. The living entities are still there. Their karma is still there. Nothing to worry. The living entities take their different forms in the various species of life according to their past deeds. The Lord doesn't interfere with them. So if something gets destroyed, oh, it got destroyed, don't worry. It's anyway going to get destroyed permanently sometimes. And even the karma, whatever, oh, what will happen to all I did, whatever, all the things I lost, you never lost anything. You do bad deeds, you'll get bad life. You do good deeds, you'll get good life. Then you will do bad and good mix, and then you'll get mix. Then you are becoming confused and you live eternally like this. So in order to break open of this, just become a devotee, chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and according to Acharya's instruction, practice Krishna consciousness. Don't on your own, not on your own whims and fancies and mental speculations and ideas, new, bringing something new. No, simply practice what has been practiced and preached by Acharyas. Nicely do Krishna consciousness, and then everything you're successful. You'll just get away from this bondage. So simple. And easy. Just stay in connection with Krishna. Guru Maharaj was asked a question recently, yesterday, a day before. What does it mean to be a Paramahamsa? What is Paramahamsa? Again and again you're telling. So Paramahamsa Guru Maharaj said, very simple, be always in touch with Krishna. We do something Krishna consciousness, always and every time think of Krishna. Always and every time do something for Krishna. Sometime you may not be able to think, you can chant. Sometime you may not be able to chant, you can go and shop for Krishna, some dresses or something, you can make some, go, something you can do for Krishna, anything in the world. You can be used in the service of Krishna. Only your will to choose whether I want to use it for my own gratification or am I using for Krishna. That is our choice. That's all. As simple as that. To stay Paramahamsa means stay fish, don't touch water. Be in material world, but don't touch matter. Don't become karmi, become akarmi. Do all activities which are transcendental activities. Cook. We have to eat every day. Cook for Krishna. Take bath early morning. Get up early. Now Kartik man. Yes, Krishna, 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 Krishna. Get up and take bath. If possible, in cold water. And then immediately run to Mangalarti or start the Mangalarti. Start as soon as you get up, first your mouth should chant Guru's Pranam mantra and then Hare Krishna mantra. Keep on be involved in Krishna consciousness. By chanting, we can always stay in a karma platform. We also need not touch matter. We also need not have karma. Every painful life, every suffering you had, your parents are having in your life, anybody you see, they are suffering due to only the result of their past karma activities. So we have to terminate this. So let us be with Krishna, then we also become akarmi. But Krishna is because always doesn't touch duality. He is not bondage by karma. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Any questions or comments? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Thank you very much. There are no comments. Anybody has any comments? Also Gaya, Ye Jahan, So Gaya.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Abhiram Mangal Prabhu, yes.
So I have one question. Like in this the material creation, Krishna doesn't involve directly. This is conducted by his material energy, physical energy. So and also for the maintenance, means for there are different departments in this material universe. For like demigods, they are department heads. So they
Yes.
maintain. So they are in this world, like living entities, they are under the in material energy, or either spiritual energy if they are devotee following the Lord's instruction. So like the demigods also, they are directly under this material energy, or but like Lord Brahma and the great demigods, higher demigods, and Yamraj. So they also depends on this. They are also like the same like the living entities. If they are following instruction, then they are under the spiritual energy of Lord. And if
Yes.
they
Yes, yes, yes. Every living entity from Brahma, there is karma, very nice sloka is there in Brahma Samhita. Indra say Atavindra Gopam. I'll just find out the verse. Atavendra Gopam Karmani. What is that? 5.21. Yeah, where is this coming? Indra, Indra Gopam. Wait, let me check. Exactly as you asked. Verse 54 maybe. 1 second, let us see. Yes. Yastau Indragopam Atavendra Maho Swakarma Bandhanurupa Palabhajanamatanoti Karmani Nirdahati Kintu cha Bhakti Bhajam Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. So here, Yastau Indragopam Atavendram. Indragopam means the small red insect. It's very, very small it is. And from starting from the Indragopa till Atavendram, till the Indra. So even the Lord Indra of the heaven, King of heaven, Indra, Ahosva karma bandhanurupam falabhajanam. They are also involved in the karma and they are bandha. Somebody is bound by golden chain, somebody is bound by silver chain, somebody by iron chain. But they are bound. The bondage. Swakarma, one's fruitive activity is bandha. Starting from the smallest insect till the Indra, everybody is bound by karma. Only how they will come out of this Athanoti, bestows, karmani, all the fruitive activities and their are destroyed. Nirdahati kintucha bhakti bhajam. Only anybody, starting from that Indra to Indragopa, anybody who is doing bhakti bhajam, devotional service to Govinda, then the result, all the fruitive activities are destroyed. Otherwise, everybody is bound. Starting from any demigods, anybody within this material, living entity within the universe, does any activity, they will be bound by karma. Except for Brahma and all has very, 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 very little karma. He doesn't have, unless he turns away from Krishna or personally desires anything. Our Brahma in this universe is totally a pure devotee and he is doing every activity, akarmic activity, and he is Namacharya Haridas Thakur. Today I posted one very nice, I don't know whether it's that. In your group, I posted one Facebook post. Did you see that? Did I do it? I don't know where I did it. One group, I posted it. It's very, very nice. I forgot totally immediately. What is that? Okay, everybody is bound. Unless Namacharya Haridas Thakur. Even though Lord Chaitanya gave the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, he appointed Namacharya Haridas Thakur as Nama Acharya. So Haridas Thakur is nobody but Brahma. So Brahma is Haridas Thakur. So he is Nama Acharya. So he is providing Nama to all the people in this universe. In this way, he is liberating everybody from this universe. And luckily, we are very, very, very fortunate to have this in this universe where Brahma and his immediate son Narada, they are all pure devotees and they are guiding us. And Brahma came as Haridas Thakur and Narada came as Srivas Thakur, and they are delivering us from this material universe by providing us Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So let it be Indra, let it be Indragopa. If they are involved in bhakti, they are getting relieved. Otherwise, everybody is bondage. Even Brahma in another universe, if he has become Bahirmukha, he become entangled in karma. Whereas if he doesn't become Bahirmukha, he is performing devotional service for Krishna on the order of Krishna, on the order of the spiritual master. Then Brahma also has spiritual master. That initiation comes in Bhagavatam. So everybody is getting initiated. And according to the instruction of the spiritual master, when they execute their life, they are not bound by karma. So instruction of spiritual master basically begins with not how to carry out your life in Yukta Vairagya, but it begins with executing Bhakti Yoga principles. And after primarily executing Bhakti Yoga principles, we execute material activities in Yukta Vairagya principle. So this Bhakti Yoga and Yukta Vairagya together will keep us always in a karma platform. Got it?
Yes, Mataji.
Thank you very much. Let us offer our loving, respectful obeisances and to all the Vaishnava devotees, especially Srila Prabhupada, who is giving this excellent, excellent purports in revealing so many wonderful things to us. We are eternally indebted to, he opens our eyes. Every purport, every line, single line will open our eyes and we can see transcendental despite we are conditioned within this material body. We are able to see something which is impossible, which is transcendental vision. So this is given by Prabhupada. So we are very much indebted to Srila Prabhupada. And of course, Guru Maharaj was forcing us to read these books. Otherwise, we'll be just happy going around in the institution, enjoying the various facilities provided. But drawing our attention towards the lotus feet of Prabhupada is done by Guru Maharaj. So, very lovingly and affectionately, let us offer our Vaishnava Pranam to them and conclude. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa
कृपा
sindhubhya
सिन्धुभ्यैव च
एव च
पतितानां
Patitanam
पावनेभ्यो
पावनेभ्यो
Pavanebhyo
वैष्णवेभ्यो
Namo
वैष्णवेभ्यो
नमो
Namaha.
नमो
नमः
नमः
अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय।
जय
जय
नमाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय।
जय
जय
जय गौ